we were just talking a moment ago about the woman who had the pressure cooker. That's an interesting legal case. It was dismissed, but it basically blew up on her.
Yeah, and not only that, and I don't know my legal terms, but this sounds like a significant win for the Shark Ninja pressure cooker.
Yeah.
The judge dismissed her case, quote unquote, with prejudice. So maybe she just didn't have any standing.
That Ninja is a great name in pressure cooking, crock potting.
I can't even picture what this thing looks like.
Did you see it on the Shark Tank?
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not. That's,
it smells so Shark Tanky.
I'm not even going to say. Here's what happened, and this happens so often.
Smell the salt water.
When I hear Ninja, I thought it was a chopper thing, like it chopped stuff.
Well, it does so
much. It's a full line of products.
Brand.
It's a brand.
It's one of the best brands.
It's a great brand.
They make vacuums too, right?
Shark, yeah. Shark does. Shark makes a little bit of everything.
I have a Shark, yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja, are they the same? Is it Ninja Shark? Is that what it is?
Oh, no.
Well, this thing, you'd love it, Dave. It takes up so little counter space. How could we not buy it?
Yeah.
With these deals?
Yeah.
How could we not?
Are you, Kelly, with your new product, planning to replace anything that's currently existing?
We have an air fryer currently that stores under the stove, and you can take it out, in cabinetry, and you take it out and put it on the counter. This goes in the counter and folds up to be a third of the size of itself, so it backs up against the wall. And then when you need it, you bring it out, and it becomes larger. I don't know how that works.
Oh, I have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Does the son take the air fryer with him back to school?
No, they won't let him have anything that has any kind of heat in that.
I think it's probably best.
I do too. In that dorm room,
no hot plates.
No.
You're gonna give it to the less fortunate?
No.
Well, you don't need it.
We'll keep it as a spare. We'll keep it as a spare.
Give it to the more fortunate.
I'll give it to someone more fortunate than me. How about that, Dave? How about that?
That's a thin
Maybe
list.
the boss will be in today.
I'll do that.
Yeah, give it to him.
I'll trade it up.
He likes to buy garbage off of you.
Yeah. He's bought a few pieces of garbage off
I know.
of me. Yeah. I always try to give to the more fortunate, especially this time of year, Dave.
No
That's
one
the right
thinks
thing to
about
do.
the more
Nobody
fortunate.
thinks about
the rich.
What in the world?
What are y'all supposed to do?
What are the rich supposed to do?
It's an air fryer.
Exactly.
Right.
Keep her as a spare in case I want, because sometimes I'll air fry salmon and asparagus, and you could do them at different. You do them at different times.
And your wife sleeps in the same bed with you.
Oh my God! You air fry
candles burning year round.
If you air fry salmon and asparagus, that's what we're having tonight.
That's how they tortured the terrorists.
That's how.
Bring in the air fryer.
That's what we're having tonight.
Make them sleep next to their own pee.
The first thing I'm putting in the Ninja is the salmon. I'm salting up some salmon and putting it in there.
And tonight we're making the salmon a la Abu Ghraib.
Yes, make it.
Obviously.
You take a
You
picture
stack the salmon fillets naked, sideways.
and then post it, and then tag Lisa Lanier.
Then light a cigarette and point at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're going to do.
Sir, we've been waterboarding him for an hour. He's not talking. Bring in the air fryer.
The Ninja.
It was the weird way they talked about making salmon in the dishwasher salmon.
Oh, they do this. They do it on the crankcase of an engine, don't they? Like in a car.
Yeah, but this was a dishwasher. It's on. Well, first of all, listen to this. It's on, I guess, TikTok, or somebody was talking about it. We have it. They're talking about making dishwasher salmon. You put salmon in the dishwasher, you fold it up in aluminum foil, I suppose, and it cooks to the perfect consistency. This is. I don't even know who this is talking about.
Make perfect salmon every time in your dishwasher. Start with your salmon fillet, add some lemon as desired. Then I use some fresh herbs like dill and rosemary. Now be sure to wrap your salmon up so it's airtight. You don't want any holes or seams open in this. Put it in the top rack of your dishwasher for a full cycle on hot water and heat it dry. You want it to get to 145 degrees. And enjoy. You have a beautiful, perfectly cooked salmon. You got to try this.
She says it's the only way to eat salmon.
And you've only wasted, 13 gallons of water?
That's it.
Yeah, or you can put it on the stove on a double boiler and steam it that way.
I bet it gets a 145.
Do it dishwasher.
I bet it does.
I mean, listen to this. Once that woman went viral, she was on TikTok talking about dishwasher salmon, and somebody dug up an old clip from The Tonight Show, 1983. Vincent Price was on. Johnny Carson was...
I guess he was back in vogue because of Thriller.
The Thriller, that's right. And Johnny Carson was hosting, and they were talking about that.
Now, you put this in the oven? And I'll tell you what you do put it in. The dishwasher. Truly, we cook that meal in this dishwasher on the full cycle, mind you.
The water and
Everything. And no soap.
but the drying and
But
all of
everything.
Why do you
Fish-
use a dishwasher?
Because it steams and it heats, and fish is one of the few things you couldn't do, meat or anything like that in it. But fish cooks in only a very short time, and it really is kind of beautiful.
So Vincent Price and Johnny Carson ate steamed dishwasher salmon in 1983, and 40 years later, somebody goes viral on TikTok talking about the exact same.
Two damn legends right there.
I know, talking salmon cooked
Steamed salmon.
in a dishwasher.
I
Exactly.
like Vincent Price.
Oh, did too. That was cool. I mean,
Yeah.
just to see
He
that
seemed like
was
a
really
cool guy.
Anyway, wasn't even intending to talk about dishwasher salmon. The why not? Here it is.
Yeah.
But to avoid a kitchen fire on Thanksgiving, and that's the lead-in from the ninja story is perfect for this. We have a couple of tips on it here. The worst thing you can do is put a frozen turkey into one of those fryers. The oil fryer.
Oh yeah,
That causes the most fire.
the deep
fryer. Yeah.
outside.
Too much oil, or the bird's too
The
cold?
bird is so cold that it's water, and water mixes with the oil, and then it causes the overflow.
Yeah.
And then
That's a big fire.
that's a huge fire that you have.
It's the number one thing every year they say not to do, and every
Yeah.
year,
Yep.
multiple
Yes.
people do it.
Yes. Apparently, there are 1,400 cooking fires in American kitchens on a typical Thanksgiving day.
Dang.
And we have an expert talking about what not to do.
People panic. Their number one reaction is to throw water on a fire. That's exactly what you don't want to do with a grease fire. It spreads it and can hurt you and spread the fire into the rest of the kitchen. The safest and easiest thing to do is to put the pot top back on the pot. It removes the oxygen. It stops the fire.
That's New York Fire Marshal James Hickman. And I know you want to do your Fire Marshal Bill impression. Please avoid temptation of doing Fire Marshal Bill. The old Jim Carrey character from In Living Color, because this is serious.
I like my turkey smoked.
Unless it's too hot, you can't get the lid to it.
Yeah, you can't.
You burn your arm.
Put your oven mitt on. You got to put an oven mitt on and get over
Catch it on fire.
Yeah.
Well, our kitchen has a. Every now and then I see it. We have a fire extinguisher.
We do too.
Yeah, you need a fire
We do.
extinguisher
We
in
do.
the kitchen.
In fact, they sold these things at Costco. It looks like a giant bottle of Pam, and it's made for that. It's like it's a aerosol spray.
Seen it, yeah.
And in fact, I almost put Pam from eggs one morning, and I had that in my hand. My
Delicious.
wife had to stop.
Put
me.
your glasses on.
She said, "You're messing that up." He goes on to say about the fryers. They're the worst.
Don't put a frozen turkey in the boiling oil. That is the number one cause of the fires getting out of control around the country. You need to gently, carefully, cautiously lower the turkey into the oil. Always pay attention when you're cooking. Don't walk away even for a minute. Nothing is more important than having a working smoke detector.
Okay, all of those, obviously, the smoke detector is a big deal. A lot of times the turkey goes in and the oil overflows. You cannot fill it past that fill line. You just cannot.
Well, I think you got to let the turkey sit out for a little while and be dry, and you've got to pat it dry.
Dry. I agree.
Because I've done just on a skillet, I put something in there that had a little water in it, and it won't catch on fire, but it'll burn the hell out of you. Huh. It'll pop like hell.
I can speak to that from the barbecue perspective.
Barbecue.
Tell us.
When I was in charge of Hush Puppies and French Fries at Henry James Barbecue, and once in a while we'd get a bag of fries that had like a big clunk of ice in it, a big chunk.
Oh, yeah.
And I would put it in there, and it would boil up and start spitting, and it was rough.
You got to stay away from it.
If you had an open flame, you would definitely cause a fire.
Mm-hmm.
It was really bad.
That's how Jimmy died.
That's right. My predecessor. My predecessor.
Jimmy.
That's why you're here.
Did you run through the wall to get out of there?
Yeah, there's a cutout that looks exactly like me
Yeah.
running through the wall.
Wasn't that you had trouble? You'd get scared, but wasn't it your manager that would come and stick his finger in the fryer?
Yeah, he would. He'd say, well, he did two things. One, he said, "How much money for me to stick my finger in that fryer?" I said, "You can't stick your finger in that fryer." He said, "I'll do it 1 minute for $10." And I said, "You're on." And he stuck up to his first knuckle in the fryer, and he just look at me and shake, and just quiver, for a while. It's like roasting his finger.
Yeah.
I probably should have gotten the money up front.
Okay, it's cooking his finger. And the other thing he did was we had hot dog chili, and the top inch of it was nothing but grease. So we would take the spoon and get the grease off of it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
That orange grease. But we wanted to take it off of there, which we did, and we'd put it in this little cup, and I'd go throw it in the grease trap. And before I did one day, he goes, "How much for me to drink that?" And I said, you're not going to drink that. He goes, $10. I said, okay, you're on. He took it and just turned it up. And I was only making $3.35 an hour now. That's a whole night's work.
Yeah. He was nuts, so kind of, wasn't he? He fought Viet Cong.
In his mind.
When he in Da Nang? When he on the Ho Chi Minh? I guess you could stick your finger in oil.
He's still on the Ho Chi Minh, yes.
He's still there.
To this
still
day.
in Saigon.
He's still there.